Hello, my name is Paul Beddings. Thanks for watching my video. I'm going to Kenya next week. I'll be in Nairobi for a few days, then we'll be taking a train out to the rural areas to capture some more stories. Then I'm coming back to Nairobi, jumping on a plane, going to Ethiopia to capture some photos, imagery, and stories in the northern regions of that country. So, lots of travel, lots of photos, lots of stories to tell. What gear am I bringing, you ask? Well, you probably don't ask, and that's fine, but let's go through my kit anyways. Because of the nature of the work I do on these trips, I have to pack extremely light. I have to get all my gear into one bag and maybe one sort of roll-on case that I bring with me. These two bags are also my carry-on luggage and have everything I need to work once I arrive in country. So whatever I bring on the plane are my essentials, my cameras, my lenses, my hard drives, microphones, all the stuff I need to make a day of photography work well. Or 2 days, or 3 days, depending on how long it takes to get my lost luggage, if it's lost, which is never a great situation. Most of my camera bags are made by Think Tank, which is a great company that makes great bags. The only thing that's ever broken on the backpack was one of the little string lanyards that goes on the end of a zipper. So I emailed Think Tank, they sent me a new one for free in the mail, and now everything's back to normal. So in the backpack is where I put all of my gear. Let's go through this for a second. My Sony a7R4 will most likely have my Sigma 24-70 f2.8 on it. Depending on what the requirements are for the job, my Sony a7R4 is usually what I use for still imagery. But it also does great video, so I can use it for either or. On this camera, I also have a small rig base plate, which gives me a little extra grip on the camera. My Sony a7R5, I did not have this on my last trip to West Africa, but since I got it, I've used it for aerial photography and landscape photography, and it has performed very well. When it's required, this ends up being my main video camera, but of course, I use it for still imagery as well because it does a great job with both. On this trip, most of the time I will have the Sony 24-105. It's a great versatile lens and it works well for stills and for video. On the a7R5, I have the small rig full camera cage. This allows for a handle to be attached for easier shooting. It also gives me some options for a shotgun mic and other things that might need to be attached to the camera. On both cameras, I have the Peak Design clutch strap. These things are great. They also help with the grip on the camera. One major drawback to these Peak Design clutch straps is that they take up the space required for the tripod bolt. So if I need a tripod, I have to take the clutch strap off. So I'm often unscrewing and screwing in these clutch straps, but I use them very often, if not all the time, and just take it off and put it on when required. From here, I have my Sony 85mm fix 1.8, and I also have the Sony 70-200 f4. Eventually I'd like to get the upgraded 70-200, but it's for another day. That's the main gear. From there you can add microphones. I have a shotgun mic. I have the Rode Wireless Go 2. I have a bunch of hard drives. I have a flash trigger. I have a softbox that I take with me. Then I got tripods, audio recorders, and at this point, my bags are getting quite heavy and quite full. So this is the most basic kit I can travel with. It gives me a lot of video options, gives me a lot of photo options, and it gives me everything I need to capture the imagery and the footage that is required. Okay, off to Kenya. Photos to be shared soon. In the meantime, get outside, take photos, go to Kenya, and see what you can capture. Thanks for watching. Cheers.